We move on to react to England's run to the final, whether it was lucky or not. Look. Obviously, the short answer is yes. That is the short answer, and I can end the segment here. But I'm here to go in depth on why it is. But I want to go on depth why it is a lucky run. First of all, let me make it rather simple for you. The England men's national team was 30 seconds away from one of the most humiliating exits in major international tournament history. They were that on the round of 16 against Slovakia. They were a bicycle kick wonder goal, last minute goal away from being eliminated in the round of 16 of the European Championship. Now they find themselves in the final, but let's not forget that they have been putrid this entire tournament. Putrid. They've had one good half this entire tournament, and it was the first 45 minutes that they played against the Dutch. Apart from that, they have been completely horrible to watch this entire European Championship. Bad performance after bad performance after bad performance, dropping points to teams like Denmark and Slovenia, relying on a last-minute equalizer to get past Slovakia, relying on a penalty shootout to get past Switzerland, the first decent team they played at this European Championship. And then the Dutch, I'll give you what, they had a brilliant 45 minutes against the Dutch. Second half, they resulted to negative England, but we forget about that because of the brilliant first half they'd had. And whether or not we should forget about the second half or not is a different question. But I guess we give them the sympathy of the doubt because of the low expectations regarding England performances. They have been putrid. I think their manager has been so reactionary at this European Championship. So reactionary, waiting to make subs till they go down against Switzerland. Keeping the same putrid starting lineup over and over again, even though it's clearly not working. But somehow, and yes, they've had a very fortunate draw. They have been blessed from Almighty God, because they get to play Slovakia in the 16, Switzerland in the quarterfinals, and what's it called? Netherlands in the final, which was actually a third place team. Do you know France, just to get to the semifinal, they had to take on Belgium, Portugal, just to get to take on Spain in the semifinal. Spain, yes, they played Georgia in the round of 16, but then they had to get past Germany, the best team in the tournament besides Spain themselves, and they also take on France just to reach the final. These are top teams that these teams are having to face on that side of the bracket. But England did not play a single team to the caliber of what France had to play just to reach the semifinal. You know, Germany and France are what Spain got to play in Germany and France. They're both much better teams than any team England has gotten to play to reach the final. And despite how easy the set of fixtures have been for England, they still relied on games against England. They relied still on penalties against Switzerland and last-minute bailout moment of magic equalizers, and also England's moments of getting goals in their games. Besides, obviously, that I keep saying besides that first half against the Netherlands, but mostly all their goals have came from individual moments of magic that got them through. When you look at in the group stages, it was an individual moment of quality that they get their first leading goal from the Denmark. They weren't really dominating when they got that goal. In fact, they started suffering after that goal. You look at the the Slovakia game, individual moment of magic to push that game into extra time after looking putrid. They didn't have a shot on target until 94 minutes against Slovakia. Against Switzerland, really struggled throughout the game. Ended up, suffering a late go-ahead goal, but then quickly responding through an amazing individual moment of magic from Bukayo Saka. And in that Dutch game, in the semifinal, the second half, both teams were really, really putrid, not creating much opportunities. Another brilliant individual moment of magic from Ollie Watkins sees them through to the final. It's just, for me, it's been astounding, the luck from this team. They've been extremely lucky. And sometimes you make your own luck. And what you can't argue is the quality of the players. England have some very, very, very good quality players. There is no arguing that. But are these really players that should go to the way that they've performed? Are they a final team? No. And should they beat Spain? Have they been better than Spain this tournament? Hell no. You never know what will happen in an individual game, but for me, Spain are massive, massive favorites because they've just played the better football. I think Dani Olmo and Fabian Ruiz will pick up pockets of space that will really make it hard for England to defend. I think England will get pushed back continuously throughout the game and really struggle to play out. And yeah, I can't believe England's luck to be where they're at. They came into this tournament on poor form, coming off of a loss against Iceland. And they've continued that bad form into the European Championship. But there is good, they do have the intangibles. They do have the belief, which is good. Despite the fact that they've been performing pretty bad, I still think they have a sense of believing amongst the team, which is very, very good. I still think they have a belief amongst the team. I think they have a little bit of a blinded arrogance, which can be good at certain times, and I think it's helped them. Despite their poor performances, I think their blinded arrogance and the fact that they never think that they're out of the game and that they're always still in it has helped them a lot. But I can't describe it. It actually really frustrates me, the luck that they have, because how do England continuously get these easy draws to reach this? I mean, you get to play Slovakia, Switzerland, and the Netherlands, who finished third place. And yes, Switzerland has been good at this tournament, but they're not at the level of a Portugal, France, Spain, Germany, even Belgium. They're not at that sort of level. And then you get to play a Netherlands team that finished third in their group, that really showed their limitations in that England game, because in that England game, they were putrid in that second half. Really, really putrid, and they never seemed like they could score a goal, especially in that second half. So yes, I think England's run to the final was very, very lucky, and I'm very, very interested in how they approach the final, whether they go very, very pragmatic or they go and try to open up against Spain and try to play football, end-to-end football with Spain. I don't know what. I think knowing Gareth Southgate, and that's the thing also, Gareth Southgate has reached another final. Like, he's done such a great job at fooling us. He hasn't fooled me, but he's fooled people. He has fooled people. And honestly, now it's getting to the point that if he doesn't win, maybe we can start deeming him unlucky. To reach a final twice, a semifinal another year, and not to have a single trophy to show for it, you're reaching unlucky territory. But I think the way that they play, I don't think they're at the caliber of a team that should win a trophy. And I think eventually they get got out every time for a reason. They just don't have that extra quality. They don't play that style of play that's conducive to winning to tournaments. And I think eventually they'll pay. And let's all hope Spain makes them pay, because if England win a European Championship, oh my goodness, I might hibernate for the next 10 years. Lord have mercy.